Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk, Real Sports with my co-host Michael Sanchez, and I'm your host Anthony Sanchez. Well, there's been a lot going on, and sorry for not being on last week. A couple of little difficulties, but we're back on the air and ready to get back with some breaking news today to talk about.
We're going to start off with the Miami Dolphins. They just signed running back Knowshon Moreno from the Denver Broncos. Very happy to have him here. We obviously know he's going to be bringing, if you were watching Peyton Manning and his Broncos last season, he's great for picking up the blitzes, has great hands, and maybe he'll add a little bit of that chuck down help when Tannehill's under pressure.
No, I like the move. I mean, a 1-year deal is not bad. I mean, you have nothing to lose. I mean, Lamar Miller, Daniel Thomas last year, the rookie Gillespie didn't really get in there. I mean, but we didn't get it done. I know the offensive line was in shambles. We're fixing that now. So hopefully with a guy with his pedigree who went through the playoffs, went to the Super Bowl, they didn't win it, but hey, he got there. He knows he only has 1-year deal, so he knows he has a lot to prove. That's a very important point. 1-year deal.
Very talented back. Definitely a step up from Lamar Miller and Daniel Thomas.
Well, we're going to definitely give Lamar Miller a chance. I mean, I think Daniel Thomas is the odd man out here because, Gillespie just got drafted. Lamar Miller is technically is really his 3rd year, but technically it's only going to be his 2nd year really being out on the field. So, I think Lamar Miller, you give him a chance. But, again, I'm very happy that we got Knowshon Moreno, 1-year deal.
Again, Hickey, good job. Thank you very much.
Hey, Dennis Hickey, keep up the good work. You're definitely doing a good job right now, at least through free agency. Can't wait to see you in the draft. And the last thing about Knowshon Moreno is that, what's important is he knows how to pick up the blitz. Big problem we had last year with our backs. They definitely didn't protect Tannehill at all. So that's a big move. But to move on to other bigger things, also the NFL has been very, very busy. A lot of traffic back and forth. Teams wheeling and dealing.
At least we know Jared Allen is not going to retire. He just signed a nice deal.
Yeah, Jared Allen signs with the Bears. The Bears are making some moves.
They lose Julius Peppers, bring in Jared Allen.
Yeah, they also brought out Lamar Houston.
Very true.
So, it looks like the Bears are definitely making some moves out there, trying to get competitive in that NFC.
And the Patriots making sure their defense is still solid by re-signing Vince Wilfork.
Oh, that's actually technically breaking news as well. Vince Wilfork just re-signed again with the Patriots. They were having some issues where Vince Wilfork was talking about maybe just leaving them or please trade me or release me.
He got a nice $20+ million contract there.
Well, that lets you know how much he is appreciated. They could have easily let him walk, but they kept him for another 3 years.
Another man making a big deal was Sean Phillips.
Sean Phillips, another move today to the Tennessee Titans. That's a very important move. Tennessee's shoring up their team little by little as well, quietly, but little by little.
Picked up 2 big names there, Michael Orr, Sean Phillips.
Michael Orr to help solidify that offensive line. I think they're trying to do everything possible to have Jake Locker succeed, but I don't know if they trust him at the end of the day. Also, for us U fans out there, Devin Hester was on the move. He was released, but he has signed to the Atlanta Falcons. So Devin Hester, wish the best for you. I know it's getting a little bit late in your career now, but I'm glad to see you're still in the league and that you signed a nice little deal for you. Good luck out there. Another nice move out there was Antonio Cromartie.
Oh, you're right. Antonio Cromartie, that was very huge for them. Definitely a very big, physical, strong corner. He's known not to be a shutdown corner, but a very solid corner in the league. Has held his own for a very long time now.
Oh, it makes sense. I mean, the Cardinals, by signing Antonio Cromartie, basically now they pair him up with Patrick Peterson on the other side. Talk about 2 good corners. It's going to be really hard to throw on those guys now. And another move that was kind of quietly done, but if you think about who he is and what he's done in the past, he's a Super Bowl champion, been to the Super Bowl a couple times, rough, tough, mean guy, old school linebacker Lamar Woodley.
Great pickup by the Raiders. You know how they are. Fits him right. Nice, gritty team, mean looking. Fits him right.
Hopefully they are the same team. I mean, I don't know. The Raiders, they're always making some bonehead moves. But again, the NFL also had some moves with the NFL owners meeting. When there was a lot of stuff going on, especially with the rules, some rule changes out there for all of you that don't know. One of the rules that are out there to change was the goalpost. The goalpost went from 30 to 35 feet.
They're increasing it by 5 feet on the height.
Another important one, I mean, for us U fans who have also been following Jimmy Graham, that he likes to dunk it.
No more dunking on the hoop, on the goalpost. Come on, man.
Oh, man. It looks like the NFL is starting to really become the no fun league. I mean, what's going on here? I mean, Tony Gonzalez, made that famous. You know, it's been going back since the 70s. It's just they took a guy like Tony G to basically.
Jimmy Graham that's his trademark.
Well,
that is his trademark dance.
Yeah, Jamie Graham basically, you know, that is his dance in a way.
It's coming to a point where these guys are gonna have to score a touchdown and just get on their knee and Tebow.
But you know what, Jimmy, I love you, but you know that that move that you did when you brought down that goalpost and you turned it sideways after you dunked it on Thursday Night Football. I mean, that
see, they should just amplify the rule there. No hanging, like they did in the NBA when they said you can't hang on the rim because Shaq kept breaking the glass.
Hey, I mean, I think they went overboard. I think right now there's a lot of stuff that's going overboard with the NFL. You know, thanks a lot to a certain guy out there called Jonathan Martin. But you know, now they're talking about implementing the workplace in a locker room. I mean, it's getting a little ridiculous. But you know, Roger Goodell, I guess, is trying to save face for public relations matters. But anyway.
Also, you have the kickoffs now will get even closer. Now we're kicking from the 40.
There goes those return specialists. I mean,
the Hester move. I mean, you know, Ginn, McCluster, Cribs, all these guys that are return specialists. I mean, what are they going to do now?
Yeah,
how important is it to have a return specialist now?
I mean, the only thing you can hope is that, you know, they don't adjust anything in the punt return game now because, I mean, you're going to take everything away from
next thing you know, Roger Goodell's going to say you have to fair catch punts.
Wow. Or at least, or make it be like flag football and automatically start from the 20. I mean, it's getting a little ridiculous. I mean, unfortunately, it took an ex-Dolphin player to start a chain of events that now are making the league, you know, kind of wussy-fied. But, I mean, what are you going to do? It is what it is.
The NFL has always been known to be one of the toughest, roughest sports. And now it seems like they're going to be flag football of the NFL.
Wow. Well, you know, that's a lot of moves that have been done in the NFL. And, you know, they're not done yet. You know, you got the draft coming up. You got all these evaluations going on behind the scenes.
Hey, talking about evaluations, see Johnny Manziel today?
Oh, God, Johnny Manziel. That thing is a circus. The guy had music blasting. He wanted to talk to the general managers, the scouts before the thing.
You want rock stars showing up to your game? That's what you're going to get with Johnny Manziel. I mean, he's a home run hitter. But at the same time, he's one of those guys that is not going to make it in the NFL.
I mean, everything was scripted. I mean, these things are scripted. Pro days are not that eventful. I mean, because they know what they're going to do. They know how many plays they're going to run. I mean, they know exactly the plays they're going to run. You got the receivers that they've been with forever. You know, so, okay, they're supposed to catch it. I mean, if you have a great day, you're supposed to have a great day. They're your people.
What did you notice that didn't impress you? Because analysts out there are saying, Jimmy, wow.
Me personally, I think he had problems with the deep outs. Time he threw, they were a little bit delayed. You know, they were low. They were a little high. He didn't look comfortable throwing those. So they barely scripted any for him. They only threw like 4. Everything was a bomb, a deep post. I don't know.
Talking about pro days, Derek Carr had a very impressive pro day. A guy who, to me, has a stronger arm than Johnny Manziel. I at one point said that Derek Carr is going to be better than Johnny Manziel and Teddy Bridgewater. I went out on a limb and said that, and that limb isn't so weak anymore.
No, he's looking like nice. I hear analysts saying he's moving into the first round, so it's going to be interesting. Blake Bortles had one heck of a pro day. So.
Hey, you never know. Derek Carr might be the next Joe Flacco, a guy from Delaware that people expected to go in the 2nd, 3rd round, and the Baltimore Ravens jumped up and took him, and look at him now, making millions with a Super Bowl ring.
I hate to admit it, I was definitely one that wasn't sold on Joe Flacco. I mean, I still don't think he's worth the contract he got, but hey, he's a Super Bowl champion. Can't hate on him now.
No, you can't.
I mean, look at Tony Romo, and off of all the hype he gets, let's not even go there.
Let's not talk about Romo, please.
But let's move on to other things. If anybody was watching last night, we had one tremendous game.
What a game.
It definitely felt like the playoffs were here. The Miami Heat versus the Indiana Pacers.
Well, if the Heat would have won yesterday, it would have brought them both to the same loss column. Right now, the Pacers have played more games than the Heat. That's why they're 2 games ahead on wins. But now we're behind on 2 losses.
Well, the good thing is we get a rematch against them. We lost 84-83 by a miracle David West shot. The David West doesn't shoot 3-pointers, and he threw one up at the end to win. We had a shot to win it.
I mean, at the end of the day, this was a very physical game. I mean, you can say that those 3 points right there were the ones by D Wade that should have been in, that they called them out, and when they showed the replay, both feet were in.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of calls that were kind of weird. I mean, they called a flagrant 1 on
an offensive play. You're adjusting in mid-air for your shot. What is that? How are you going to call it a flagrant?
And not only that, how many times did LeBron James did not get hacked and attacked in that game?
Listen,
Dwayne Wade, even Chalmers was getting kneed.
The problem with LeBron is that refs are treating LeBron like they used to treat Shaq at one point. That they're just not calling the fouls because they say, oh, he's big. You can't treat it that way. If Wade was to get fouled the way LeBron does, Wade will fly across half court. Guaranteed.
No, I mean, and Chalmers last night was getting Charlie horsed. I mean, he was getting pushed. They didn't call anything. I mean, it took literally Stevenson to get in his face, and then for Wade to react, for the referees to do something about it.
The Mahimi play, I'm not gonna lie, I agreed with the refs not calling it a flagrant because yes, he grabbed him up high, but he let him go immediately. He did it. It wasn't a basketball move. That one could have gone either way. But the Scola play, that was ridiculous. He clearly gave him the hack right across the face and onto his arm. How is that not a flagrant?
I don't know. I mean, the game was a little weird last night. I mean, it didn't seem like the refs were giving the Heat a chance at all. I mean, they took it out of their hands. I mean, Lance Stevenson's a clown. I'm sorry.
Hey, I can't take anything away from him. The guy was balling in there. No, he made great plays, great threes. He was doing his thing.
He's making plays, but he should let the play talk for himself. I mean, he's reacting to silly things. I mean, you see Dwayne Wade, you see the difference. Dwayne Wade
just laughed at it.
He laughed at him.
Because he knows. But the thing is that the Pacers are so they got it real hard for these Heat. They even put on their bleachers, beat the Heat. You know what it is to change your seats to beat the Heat? Not win a championship, beat the Heat.
Oh, like we talked before, I told you, it seems like it's an obsession with these guys.
It is an obsession.
But let me tell you, it's an obsession that they're coming out on top right now. I mean, I know it's not the playoffs yet, but last night you saw the physicality.
One thing I will tell you that I liked a lot about last game was UD. UD showed he can body down Roy Hibbert. Roy Hibbert got into the game playing against Greg Oden. And then in the second quarter, they brought in the Birdman. Between Greg Oden and Birdman, they allowed 13 points in the first half by Hibbert. Second half, UD bodies him up, only allows him to score 2 points. Frustrated him. And he's 4 inches smaller.
No, Udonis Haslam, the heart and soul of this team. I mean, he's been here for all 3 championships. I mean, Udonis, he's always ready. You know, he's a true professional. Every time Spoelstra calls on him, he's ready to go.
One thing I will give Indiana last night was that Evan Turner finally showed he can help them out in that fourth quarter because he's the one that brought that game back for them to actually take the lead with 3 consecutive baskets.
It was a tough game. I mean, regardless, it definitely
physical.
It reminded me of the old days of basketball, but at the same time, the refs, I think the referees in basketball are probably one of the worst in professional sports. I mean, they
don't know how to draw a line and go by it.
No, and they don't set a tone for the game. You don't know what's going to be called. You don't know what's what anymore because 1 minute that's a foul. The next minute that's not a foul.
There was a play there where they blew the whistle and the ref had to apologize because he anticipated a call. How do you anticipate a call? You call it as it is. You don't anticipate a call.
It kind of worries you going forward into the playoffs, and this is the type of refereeing that's going to go on. I mean, you don't know what to expect 1 minute for the next. But again, no excuses for the Heat. They have been kind of slumping anyway. They really got to dig deep down inside and find that championship hard again.
Because we had Ray Allen out with the flu. We also had Shane Battier out. So
I mean, but still, I mean, when those guys have been in, we've still been losing. So I mean, the Heat really got to gut check themselves and say to themselves, hey, do we really want to get this 3-repeat? You can't go into the playoffs kind of playing the way they've been. I mean, 1 minute they think they're going to light the switch on and they're going to be ready to take over a game. But guess what? A lot of times when they do that, it's not there.
It's like, LeBron, man, I love you to death, but man, when you said that not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, you don't put the biggest target on the Heat in Osama bin Laden. Bigger than Osama bin Laden.
It's going to be really difficult, especially the way people are just coming at us and how bad they want us. And they're doing everything in their power to trade, draft. I mean, you just hear everything people, and all their answer is, we're loading up to beat the Heat. I mean, so we're a marked team.
Again, that just goes to show you who runs the NBA.
Hey, this is Miami Heat, and hopefully we can be saying that about our Miami Dolphins very soon. Hopefully this season everything is looking good again, like we were talking about. So again, Miami sports is looking good. It looks like we have a good future. At least there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Doesn't look bleak. Even the Marlins, to be honest with you, just to get off topic a little bit, Monday, March 31st, opening day against the Colorado Rockies. But let me tell you, spring training, I gotta give them a little credit.
They're giving us looking very nice.
They're giving us hope. They're definitely giving us something to look forward to. We're not saying, oh God, here come the Marlins. Jose Fernandez, is ready to be the opening day starter. As a matter of fact, on March 31st, he's had one heck of a spring training. I see nothing but good things for this kid. He's grounded. He has a good, strong family value. He knows where he comes from. He had the way he came to this country. Marlins, I'm excited to see you. Believe it or not, again, I don't like the owner, Jeffrey Loria, but you guys have nothing to be at fault for that. You just play for the team. Again, fans, get out there for March 31st. Support the Miami Marlins, and let's go Marlins. And that's gonna be it for our show today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our show and like our page. Stay tuned for our next episode. And again, this is my co-host Michael Sanchez.
See y'all next week.
I'm your host Anthony Sanchez. Stay tuned to Real Talk, Real Sports. See you next time.